Hi everybody, and welcome to day 7 of the 30-day tapping challenge. So we made it through the first week, woohoo! So today we're going to tap about something that's a little bit challenging for all of us. Telling the truth. Now, telling the truth may be telling the truth to a friend. Perhaps your friend hurt your feelings. Perhaps it's a family member. Perhaps it's your boss. You're afraid to, tell the truth about how you're feeling about a certain project. Perhaps it's somebody at work. Perhaps it's your spouse. Perhaps you have some truths to share with your spouse that you've been holding inside for a long time, and you're afraid to talk to him or her about it. Perhaps it's telling the truth about something that you did that you're not especially proud of, telling the truth to your children about how you feel about certain things. So there's a lot of circumstances where sometimes telling the truth and telling people how we feel about a situation or circumstance can be a little daunting, and I know I can raise my hand on that one. Number one, I want to avoid conflict at all costs, right? I'm a big peacemaker, but avoiding conflict is not always the healthiest thing for us, because if we're avoiding conflict and we just keep stuffing everything inside, right? We're good stuffers. That just builds up in our body, and that creates chaotic energy. It creates stress. So it's very important to come clean about your feelings and telling the truth about any circumstance that you feel that you need to talk about. So that's what we're going to talk about, removing that fear. Because why do we have fear? We imagine all these things that could happen. We don't know how they're going to react. What if they get mad, or what if they get hurt, or they get upset, or they don't like what we've said, and it creates conflict. Nobody likes conflict, right? So it's a little daunting to, tell the truth. And so if we use tapping to break through that fear of telling the truth, it can make things much more easy. It can make the transition much easier. So we're going to tap on that today. Now, I want you to think of a circumstance perhaps that's you feel is uncomfortable. Perhaps you want to share your feelings with your spouse or your friend, or whoever it is, or whatever it is. I want you to think about that circumstance, and on a scale of 1 to 10, where is that feeling? So I know that I've got something that I've been thinking about, and pretty much it's at like an 8, 8 out of 10. It's pretty significant. So I tapped on it this morning and came down a little bit, but as I think about it now, there's still a little bit of trepidation about sharing my feelings and thoughts with someone about just stuff. Anyway, so let's get tapping. So think about your number. Notice where you feel it in your body. If there's, tension in your chest, in your neck, in your back. And I want you to just take a few deep breaths. And just tap along with me. Now remember, tapping is really stimulating specific acupuncture points. And it's allowing your body to feel safe, and it's allowing your body to calm down the nerve system response, that fight or flight response, that stress response. And we know that healing always occurs at a much better pace when our body is in a calming, relaxed response instead of that stress response. And also, tapping gives a voice to your negative feelings. You're not afraid to share those negative feelings. It gives safety. It's okay to share those negative feelings because you're going to be tapping on them, and then you can choose to have positive results on top of that. Choose a better way to deal with it, and to really tap in the healthy and happier response, the less stressful response. So even though I have difficulty and I'm a little nervous about sharing my truth with this particular person, I choose to tap through it and relax through the process. Even though there's a little bit of stress and anxiety when I think about sharing my thoughts and feelings with this particular person, it brings up a lot of anxiety because I don't know how they're going to react. I choose to feel calm about it and to get centered. Even though I feel this trepidation and this anxiety about telling the truth and telling how I feel and sharing my feelings with this particular person, and it makes me very nervous when I think about doing that, I choose to have a better response and a better way of dealing with things, and knowing that I can trust the process and go through it in a much calmer way. All right, so now we're going to start tapping on the points. So inside the eye, these feelings, side of the eye, these feelings that I want to share under the eye. It makes me nervous when I think about sharing my feelings and my thoughts under the nose, because I don't know how they're going to react. On the chin, what if they get angry with me? Collarbone, what if it causes conflict? Under the armpit, and I don't like conflict. I avoid it at all cost. Top of the head, these feelings that I've had inside of me for so long. Inside the eye, I've been thinking about them over and over. I imagine myself telling this person about how I feel under the eye. But it makes me so nervous when I think about it. Under the nose, and I don't know where to start. I'm very nervous about it. On the chin, it makes me very uncomfortable. Collarbone, I don't feel safe because I don't know how they're going to react when I tell them. Under the arm, and of course I want to tell them in a soft and gentle way. Top of the head, because I don't want them to feel threatened. Inside the eye, but I have no idea how they're going to react to me. Will they get angry? Will they be hurt? Will it cause some problems in our relationship? Will they understand my feelings? Or will they just walk away and not even give me the time of day about them? Or will they make me feel wrong about my feelings and argue about them? I have no way of knowing. But I can trust the process, side of the eye, that if I tell my truth and I speak my truth under the eye in a kind and gentle manner, under the nose, and I approach them in a loving and gentle manner, on the chin, and I really speak from my heart, collarbone, and I don't lay blame or make them wrong under the arm, but I'm simply sharing my feelings about feeling hurt or frustrated or misunderstood, whatever my feelings are. I choose to share them under the side of the eye, because when I keep those feelings stuffed inside of me under the eye, it creates chaotic energy. And chaotic energy is not conducive to healing. Remember to breathe. I want a gentle, symphonic, coherent energy in my body. And releasing these thoughts And releasing these feelings and sharing what I'm thinking can really relieve stress in my body. When I feel conflicted in my mind and in my heart, side of the eye, it's a huge distraction. Under the eye, it's a distraction to my healing. Under the nose, it's a distraction to my focus on my healing journey. On the chin, and it keeps me preoccupied. So it would feel so much better to release these feelings and to share my thoughts and to let them go and to look forward. Releasing these feelings, side of the eye, I can feel safe. I can feel confident in sharing my feelings. Under the nose, I can feel confident that change will occur. On the chin, I know that releasing these feelings and thoughts, collarbone, will make me feel so much better and so much lighter. Even though there's some fear and some uncertainty, I can trust the process and trust that telling the truth inside the eye in a kind and loving manner, side of the eye, always brings good results. Under the eye, even if they may not agree. Under the nose, even if they may not understand. Even if they may argue the point. It's not about being wrong or being right. Under the arm, it's about simply telling your truth and releasing that pent-up energy. It's not about dumping and making them feel bad. It's about releasing that energy, those pent-up feelings that are not serving me. So I choose to tell my truth with love and patience and honesty. Under the arm, knowing that whether the outcome is what I expect or not, at least I will have shared my truth, shared my feelings, side of the eye, and unburden my heart and my mind. If I approach them in a loving and gentle way, and my object is peace, and my goal is to resolve any particular issue, then I can trust the process and feel calm and feel at peace. Top of the head. So I choose peace over panic. I choose joy over stress. I choose to release my feelings and share them in a very loving and gentle manner. And I anticipate positive results. So take a deep breath and think about that feeling. Hi Lisa, hi Tammy, thanks for watching. I don't see any other comments. I only see them when I close out. But so hopefully that helped. If there was some fear about sharing your feelings, sharing your thoughts, this will help you get through the process. So write those things down as you're tapping. Perhaps something else came up. Keep a journal of all the feelings that you have and the things that you feel that you need to share. Sometimes it just means writing a letter and never sending it, or burning the piece of paper, or whatever it is. Release those feelings that you keep held up inside of you, because it's not healthy for you to hold those in, because we know that creates that chaotic energy, and we know that that's not conducive to healing. So you did it, a whole week of tapping. That's awesome. So join us tomorrow for day 8, and keep sending me your comments about what you'd like to tap on. I'm getting some nice emails and some suggestions. So until tomorrow, this is Dr. V sending you a big healing heart hug. Mwah. Bye for now.